Hey, this is Chris Caban from the Atlanta Collie Group. We're going to go through a basic stick lock flow or truncata. It's going to be 7 movements off of the angle 2. He's going to come in with a basic angle 2. Basic disarm here, grab the thumb, forearm down, you're into place. Step forward and trap the arm with your elbow, your armpit, here. I'm going to put my foot behind his foot, drop my level, take the knee for a takedown. I'm going to move behind his body, jam this into the hip flexor, keeping this horizontal and the elbow trapped to take him down here. I'm going to choke up on his arm, push his face, and go for the number 1 well. It's on the right side, or the near well. I'm going to bring his head to me and cradle it, keeping my arms pinned around his chest like this. I'm going to drop into the far well here for number 4. I'm going to lay this down and catch it with my bicep. Move around behind him and catch him with the first of the half Nelsons. I'm going to move around behind, square up a little bit. Go with a full Nelson like this, and I'm going to come back on the left-hand side and do a full Nelson like that. Excellent, thank you. My truncata lock flows. It's going to be an arm lock flow. Basically, we'll just start from this position here. We don't have to go into the lead in. We'll start with an outside arm bar here. Left foot in front, left hand palm up, right hand palm down. I switch my feet and my hands at the same time. I ratchet the arm into place, right hand palm up, left hand palm down. I reach into here, making sure that ligament is tight, pull on it with my index finger and middle finger, roll the arm up to the hammer lock. Good. I'm going to dive this hand through and up, both palms up right here, ratchet in the shoulder. I take this position to slap the arm. I hold the arm tight at my armpit. I roll through to here, continuing to roll and swim my arm through and catch back on the elbow itself. I don't want to be up on the shoulder. It's too strong for that. So I come to here. If his arm comes free, I'll let it go, and I move down to this left foot in the back position here. Elbow lower than hand for the straight arm bar. If something happens and I lose my balance, I'll dive through, come up for the figure 4 lock, put a little clip on the chin as I take him back down to the ground. Okay? Thank you. Hey, I'm Chris Caban from the Atlanta Collie Group. We're going to go through one of the takedowns out of my stick flow truncata. It's just going to be an open hand version. Can also be done with a lighter or anything you've got in your pocket. So he comes with the right hand straight punch, I parry, capture the arm under my armpit, keeping this trap, foot on the foot. I go down, boom, to the mat, and get him up and over. Come to my C-lot side position here. If I've got this arm bar set up, I'm fine, but if there's a way he gets out before I can capture him, I weave my arm through and do the bicep cutter right there to get it going on. Thank you. Hey, Chris Caban again from the Atlanta Collie Group. Now we're going to look at one more from the truncata. We're going to take this down. Basically, we use my little pocket lighter I got conveniently located. It's a big, good one. Basically going to throw the straight punch at me, parry out just like I had before. This time, I don't reset myself. I bring my palm up here and I run straight forward. As I take him down, I continue to move and go right back to C-lot side position here. I've got my arm bar set up. I weave through. I take my lock here. Okay? Try it out. Hey, it's Chris Caban from the Atlanta Collie Group. This time we're going to look at one of our takedowns from the truncata with a basic lighter. As he goes in with a right hand punch, I parry out of the way, go right into this position here. I don't stop like I am for the video. I continue running straight through, palm up, I jam the lighter right into his hip flexor. I walk down with him the entire way and get right into position. Don't want his back flat on the mat. If it does, I grab his elbow, lift him up a little bit. I've got the arm bar set up. If I'm to lose that somehow, I drop my lighter. I coil right into this position, deep right here on the bones of the elbow. Wrist is what it's called. Grab his wrist, make basic bicep cutter. Thank you. Hey, I'm Chris Caban from the Atlanta Collie Group again. Go through a couple basic flexible weapon techniques. I'm going to use the sarong. So Maurice is going to face me. I step out on the left. On the right hand punch, I parry with my arm, not the cloth. It's my arm. I'm going to come together and snap on the head. I reach forward with my middle finger and below and grab the back of his face and his skull. I go forward, drop him to the ground. I weave the cloth around his head, dropping my left knee on position, and then I just lift with my back. I'm picking up a heavy weight, and that should take care of it for me. Thank you. All right, this is going to be the sarong technique where I put my left hand over my right hand off the right punch. He throws the punch, I step out and parry, snap to the face. Left hand goes over right, and I'm going to set the cloth up like that. Now Maurice and I are going to switch positions. Now I pull with the left, push with the right, drive my knuckles into the ground. I follow him down, Put my knee on the inside of the sarong. Same finish, crack. All right, yeah, it's me again. I'm gonna go right hand over left with the sarong this time, off the right-handed punch. Step out, snap to the face. Right over left as I do a complete turn. I get my hips up underneath him and I pull him over my shoulder just like a Santa Claus sack. And if I were to do the throw, that pretty much would end it there. All right, thank you for watching my video. Again, I'm Chris Caban from the Atlanta Collie Group. I'd like to thank my partner, Maurice Hunter, for coming out. Let me do these main things to him tonight. Hope you enjoyed it.